Hi, my name is Donald. Yeah. I would like to go through the part two of implicit derivative. Today, we would like to get some review from the part one, which is we know any function, the dy dx, is equal to f prime of x, which is derivative of fx. Okay, by plugging the points that you're able to find the slope, which is that's the main reason why we're looking for the derivatives to find slope. Slope of what? Of f of x. So in this case, y is to the square, which is it's going to be difficult to do derivative explicitly. So in this case, we just say, okay, let's take a derivative implicitly. Okay. So we're gonna get at first, before we start this equation, that we might recognize this equation x squared plus y squared equal to 9. That's known as a circle formula. Okay. Now, a circle formula with radius of 3. So here is 3, 0. Here is 0, 3. And let's just say I want to find the slope. Sometimes they don't ask you, says, I want to find the implicit derivative. Sometimes they say, I want to find slope at point 0, 3. So at this case that we know slope is derivative. Derivative is dy dx. So here's actually a very simple question. If you recognize the fact is dy dx equal to slope. So right here you're going to get 2x plus 2y, and don't forget you got to do derivative y, dy dx. Derivative of any number is make sure is equal to 0, because in the past I've seen a lot of students say, oh, derivative of 9 is equal to 9, which is completely wrong. Okay, make sure derivative of 9 equal to 0. So 2y dy dx, sorry, equal to minus 2x dy dx equal to minus 2x over minus 2 over positive 2y. So in this case is minus x over y. Let's say we want to find the slope. Okay, slope by what point? 0 and 3. Now all you gotta do is plug into here. So f of 0 and 3 is equal to minus 0 over 3 equal to 0. So slope at 0 and 3 is equal to 0. Does that make sense? Because if we draw a tangent line, which is slope at a moment, and this slope of tangent line at this point is equal to flat, so it's equal to 0. So we know that's the right answer. Okay, so let's go down to next questions, which is, it looks very long, but it's not that hard. Let's say d to the dx so that you know is 6x plus here is 2, and also dy dx, because we got to do derivative with respect to x for y, And I here recognize x times y is a chain rule, so people don't not chain rule, I'm sorry, it's a product rule. People always forget there's a product rule involved in here. So basically you're gonna do derivative of this first, so which is y plus x dy dx. At this case you got y, so you know it's dy dx plus 2. Okay, so one way you see dy dx on both sides of the equation, so we move all the dy dx on one side of the equation. Okay, so let's say we move this to this side, and rest of this go to the other side, and this go to this side as well. So let's do that. Let's move this 2 term on the left side, so 6, sorry about it, let's start off again. 6x minus y minus 2 is equal to x dy dx plus dy dx and minus 2 dy dx. Okay, after this you move dy dx out. Okay, so in this case it's really easy. Dy dx left x. Here you still have a 1 because 1 times dy dx. So you gotta remember there's always a 1 in front of dy dx. Here there's 2, so it's okay. 6x minus y minus 2. Now dy dx is equal to dy dx equal to 6x minus y minus 2 over x plus 1 minus 2, and that's equal to 6x minus y minus 2 over x minus 1. Okay, then if you want to find slope at a given point, then you just plug in x and y. We don't need to go through the detail, that's fairly easy. Now go to the next one, which is yx. This one is actually very similar to the first one, but except there's a sign in y. So again, I remind you there's a product rule in between here, so you're gonna get dy dx times by x squared plus y times 2x plus, so this equal to those 2 terms, and this equal to 2 dy dx plus 6x. Okay, and here plus derivative outside first, okay, which is cosine, and leave y inside, and do derivative here, which is second dy dx. Move out of dy dx on one side, so dy dx and x squared plus 2 dy dx minus cosine of y dy dx equal to 6x minus 2xy. Okay, dy dx move out, x squared plus 2 minus cosine of y equal to 6x minus 2xy. dy dx equal to 6x minus 2xy over x squared plus 2 minus cosine of y. Okay, so voila, that's the answer. See, it's really easy. All you gotta do is be persistent and disciplined. Now, make sure you write this down, or you can pause it. Now let's go to the next one, which is I'm going to point out an example that I didn't have it here, which is we're doing derivative with respect to other variables. Let's say x squared plus y squared plus z squared equal to 9. Okay, so now you're doing respect to z now. I'm sorry, you're doing derivative with respect to z. So anything other than z, the variable other than z, you're gonna do implicit derivative, which is, at this case, will be 2x. Now this is x with respect to z. Okay, plus 2y dy dz and plus 2z equal to 0. Okay, so you recognize here is dx dz, dy dz, and here is only 2z because you're doing respect to z. So it'll be actually dz over dz, but cross out, it's going to be 1, so it'll be 2z. At this case, that's your implicit derivative. Okay, that will be your answer. So make sure you know derivative usually is respect to x, but sometimes could be other variables. Then you have to do implicit derivative for these other variables. That's very, very crucial. You need to understand this. You might show up on the AP exam as well. Thank you, and this is a part 2 of implicit derivative.